Hello and welcome to part 2 of my G1 Season 1 toy catalog Autobot videos. So here we have two figures that I'm going to be reviewing today, and you can clearly see that they are Netflix Earthrise Bumblebee and Earthspark Bumblebee. Let's get straight into it. This review might get a little divisive as it goes on, but I will make my opinions very, very clear about this figure and another figure which I don't own for a few reasons. Now, why Earthrise Bumblebee and not Studio Series 86 Bumblebee? I mean, currently 86 Bumblebee is cheaper. He's A-level, he's $25 wherever you go, well, at least in the US. So why Netflix Bumblebee? That's simply because I think he's way better. In terms of articulation, Earthrise Bumblebee sports a little bit more than the new one, and it also looks better doing it. So the new Earthrise Bumblebee has thigh swivel. He has a forward and backward at the hips, waist swivel, a backwards ab crunch, but I don't really see people using that too much. Knee bend, 90 degrees. Nice ankle pivot, a little above 90. He has wrist swivels. He has backward and forward 90-degree elbow bends. He has a bicep swivel. Arms could go out that far, and they are on 360. The head is on a ball joint, and stationary is like that, but you can pop it out, and then he gets to look down further, and he actually just looks better like that, so, you know. Overall, I just feel like he's just better in terms of posability than 86 Bumblebee. I've handled 86 Bumblebee, and he's just, I don't know, he's just weird to pose. And the second reason why I prefer Netflix Bumblebee over 86 Bumblebee is the aesthetics. Now, this Bumblebee just looks infinitely better than 86 Bumblebee. 86 Bumblebee just looks fugly and just, I don't know, he just looks so bad to me. 86 Bumblebee has this weird bulbous chest that kind of looks like Shockwave. He also has these really high ankles, these weird elbow cuts, and the backpack and overall shape of his body, head, feet, and just really everything is just so off and not Bumblebee. This, however, I feel is perfect as Bumblebee. Yes, we will talk about the parts forming in the Cliff Jumper video. We will be briefly talking about it in this video, but my main thoughts on that will be covered in the future Cliff Jumper video. So for right now, let's get on to accessories. So Netflix Bumblebee comes with the following accessories: a gun with a peg, a gun without a peg instead of port, a paddle thing. He comes with 2 skis, and they can all combine together to form one big gun, although I feel like Earthrise RC's gun actually fits him more. So next is the robot mode for Earthspark Bumblebee, and yeah, he looks really good. In my opinion, this is, the perfect depiction of Bumblebee as a prime. Now, I will not be going over articulation as it is basically the same as Earthrise Bumblebees without a waist and wrist swivel. Now, this figure is really cool looking. I love the Earthspark aesthetic for the most part. I mean, Megatron and Optimus kind of look a little but Bumblebee looks amazing. And yeah, I said that this guy, in my opinion, looks like a Bumblebee Prime. I don't know, he just gives off that heroic stature that only primes like Optimus and Rodimus boast. So yeah, overall, I think he's really good. And let's get into his accessories and features. Coming in at the back, you see that he's pretty hollow and kibbly, especially on his shoulders and his back. But that big backpack, or back plate, does have a 3mm port, which allows him to do some pretty cool standing poses to steal from Optimus. Now, he does have one accessory, that being this weird shoe-looking thing, which can just peg into his hand. And it looks pretty good, looks pretty flush, but once again, I feel like box set Wheeljack's gun does look way better for him. So, let's transform Netflix Bumblebee. First, you're going to want to spin him around, remove the backpack, click in the head, then fold up the arms and the panels they rest on, fold out the doors, flip them around, and out comes the tires. Spin him around, fold in the toes, rotate around the waist, bend the toes inward, open up the canopy, and click it all together, and finally, add in the back of the car mode. So, now that we have 86 Bumblebee in car mode, oh my gosh, it is just perfect. I mean, well, yeah, it is a licensed version of a Volkswagen Beetle, and yeah, it looks exactly like a Volkswagen Beetle, even down to the fact that it only has one mirror, which is really cool. Even the VW logos on the tires, on the wheels, that's amazing. Now, this is one of the other reasons why I own this figure instead of 86 Bumblebee. 86 Bumblebee, again, looks ugly as hell. It looks like a sad piece of cheese with mold on it, It's not good. And people say, oh, it looks like the cartoon. Oh, the it does not. That's not at all the cartoon. So, overall, I think that this car mode is just perfect, as, it is a Beetle. Perfect Volkswagen Beetle. So, yeah. Now, on to the transformation of Earthspark Bumblebee. Bumblebee, you're going to start by folding in the hands, then rotating up the shoulders, then finagling the arms into the shoulder cavities. Next, take the feet, swivel them around, and tab them in. Then untab the kneecaps and swing the feet around. Make sure to flip around the thighs while you're at this stage. Next, you're going to want to untab the backpack, and then you are going to want to unfurl it, fold the figure down, and kind of just finagle everything together, and then finally flip down the tail lights. And there's Bumblebee in vehicle mode. And man, oh man, does this vehicle mode look super cool. I mean, it just looks like a high-end muscle car that definitely suits the character of Bumblebee. And in my opinion, it's a really cool take on him turning into a Camaro or whatever Prime was supposed to be. But I love it so much, and this is another reason why I feel like this is more of like Bumblebee as a Prime for the G1 style. It just looks like a beefed up version of a sports car. It's got that giant grille, headlights at the top, it's got these side vents. Overall, it's really cool. And it definitely gives off some Sunstreaker energy. Even in the back, it just kind of feels like Sunstreaker, I don't know. But there is one issue, and that is the color matching. It's nowhere near as bad as it is on the camera. In person, it's not that bad, but it is noticeable. So that's really all I have to say about this vehicle mode. It's pretty good. So, on to comparisons. So on to size comparisons. Here they are with Core Grimlock, Deluxe Blue Streak, Voyager Hauler, Leader Blitzwing, and Commander Optimus. So overall, I think that these two Bumblebees are really good, especially Netflix Bumblebee. It is a way better figure than 86. But that's really all I have to say. These two figures are just good. Yeah. Go get them. Buy them right now if you can. And if you're worried about Netflix Bumblebee, there's a Walmart, new G1 painted version. So go get them. Go get them now. Do it now.